Welcome to one of the most beautiful settings in college football. Husky Stadium sits on the banks of Lake Washington, nestled between the Cascades and the Olympic Mountains. Fans have arrived by land and sea. It doesn't get much better than this. And wow, do we have a fun one here ahead. A top 10 team walking into this snake pit of an environment, just trying to get out alive. This will be fun, as we'll see the number 7 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on the winners of 7 straight, the Washington Huskies. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The Huskies will kick this away and start us off. He'll bring it out from his end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. The Trojans' offense will start in a bad spot here thanks to that return. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys. Kirk, what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. 2 good teams with great individual players.
And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop. The offense pin back. Makes a quick catch. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
Good completion here by the offense. Good timing between the quarterback and his slot receiver. But I really like how this defense, sitting back in zone, is able to get to the football and not allow any yards after the catch.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Oh, it's incomplete. A rare drop from an excellent wide receiver. He's up third down.
Well, that's everything you want to see from an offense. Great execution. The line gave the quarterback time. Quarterback makes a great read, throws it to his guy. And the receiver drops it. Now he's going to have to shake that off and get ready to make that next play.
Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a first down. And the Trojans come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw again. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. Second down after that completion. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. It's pulled in, completion on a diving catch. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback. And the Trojans pick up enough for a first down here. And there's the handoff. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Looking to throw it on third and very long. Running back grabs it on a screen.
Boy, it's third and forever. The defense sits back in what I would almost call like a prevent defense, trying to avoid the big play, and it nearly cost him. This running back picks up a lot of yards. Almost thought he might pick up the first down, but we still do have a fourth down, but at least it's more manageable.
The Huskies offense takes the field. Our first chance to see them today. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll tackle him out across the 20.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Crucial third down play coming up after that run. They'll try to run for the first down. Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Takes the ball and heads to the left.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
The tight end drag route is the perfect option for an offense looking to scheme that position open for some yardage. Perfect execution here for a first down.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield to the 41. And that run is good for first down yardage. A new set of downs for this offense. It's an RPO. The quarterback gets it out quickly. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Looks like Washington will have the first down.
Boy, this guy is running hard today, right? I mean, you think about some of the backs that Washington's had. This guy's trying to say, hey, fellas, let me be added to that list of guys like Greg Lewis and Napoleon Kaufman and Chris Polk and Bishop Sankey and Myles Gaston.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. Oh, and he doesn't hang on. Looks like it was deflected before it got to him. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
Breaking tackles. Getting set for the 2nd quarter here. Both offenses searching for a spark. They didn't do much in the 1st quarter at all. As we get lined up here for quarter number 2, we'll see if the offenses can get going. They didn't do much in the opening quarter. We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this 3rd down. Receiver in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
So another 3rd down conversion. Now they're set up at 1st and goal. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
Well, it's a great job by this defense coming up with a big sack there on 1st and goal. The offense still has their opportunities. Let's see if they can get back on track here on 2nd and goal.
And we're able to get him down.
Nice job by this defense on that 2nd down, so we now have 3rd down and goal. The offense could be thinking about 4-down situation. They need to put the ball into the end zone. They don't want to settle for a field goal here.
Great job by the defense so far. It's 3rd and goal from a long way out. To the air, it's Jadovsky. Pass caught. Can he get in? To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. So the decision is to not go for it, but settle for 3. Here comes the field goal team. This will be a very short chip shot from 22 yards out. No problem. Knocks it right through. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And here comes the USC offense back on the field. Last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. He went backwards on first down, so 2nd and long from the 24. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. It's an out route. The catch made. They bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain.
Boy, just a great throw and outstanding accuracy by this USC quarterback. We always know over the years that SC has as much history as anybody at this quarterback spot, and sure is living up to that right now.
Looking to throw it on first down. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength. Here comes a first down pass attempt. He's moving out of the pocket now. He's going to pull it down and run. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, in which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a third down play. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
And the Huskies offense is back out on the field. The last possession, they had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Can they find the end zone this time out? Offense will keep it on the ground here. Finding some room at the 25. He's brought down, but that strong stiff arm earned him the first down. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there on the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
Looking to pass. It's Jadovsky. On the run here, lets it go. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. On 3rd and short, they hand the ball off. Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker. And the Huskies work to convert here on 4th down. Here we go, 4th down. They'll try to run for it. He's tackled inside the 35 and picks up a first down.
What a job by this offense picking up the first down. As a play caller, you look at where you are in the field. If you punt it, there's a chance it goes into the end zone for a touchback. If you kick the field goal, it's a really long kick. So this is a great opportunity to be aggressive and pull the trigger to try to come up with a big play. They get it, keep the drive alive, and now they can get a touchdown.
The completion makes it 2nd down.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the stick.
Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
Chris, that's on the offensive line right there. They definitely have to be feeling responsible because it's almost like you didn't protect your little brother back there.
7th play of the drive coming up, but it is 3rd down and long. Offense looking to throw the ball. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. In the clear at the 25. They make the stop, but not before he gains the first down. The screen play works.
Chris, as this play was unfolding, the only thing I wanted to know was he going to get the ball over the defense to the running back. Once the back caught the ball, look out. Big yards ahead.
And he finds his tight end for the catch. Tackle at the 8 after the completion. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. To throw, it's Jadovsky. He's running out of time here. He makes the grab. Brought down at the 7. The completion moves him closer to the goal line.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Can he make it to the marker? And they stop him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's 1st and goal. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards. And
he powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. They were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and they reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
They're set now to try the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. Hold it. Offense. So that offensive penalty will be declined by the defense. They're happy to take the result of that play. 2nd down play coming up for this offense. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They bring him down to the 32-yard line. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. An important 3rd down attempt for this offense. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. And it's incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to.
And he floats this pass deep down the right side. And the pass falls incomplete. No time left on the first half clock. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Trojans will kick this away to begin the second half. Return begins inside the 10. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. And the Washington offense retakes the field here. Trying to build in a positive first half for this offense. Let's see if they can stretch the lead. There's some urgency on the part of the defense to stop the bleeding here. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. They'll run it from the gun. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
Tackle, but first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Important 2nd down play coming up. On the shotgun, it's a handoff. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run, but look at this. put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big third down, know what you need to do, get the first down, continue to hold on to that lead, continue to work clock, and get that much closer to securing a victory.
And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain.
Well, I would just stick with this RPO. That's a really solid gain, and it's plays like this that eventually make that defense collapse down. Then you can pull it and hit a big play through the air to your receiver.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Crucial. Third down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? Scanning the field, it's Jadowski. Goes to his right side there for the completion. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and inches.
Well, a quick short throw here, not able to convert for the first down. You'd love to see that route maybe a little bit deeper to give yourself a better chance, but they come up a little bit short. So now,
and he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
Point after, not quite through. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And the Trojans' offense is back out on the field. Remember, last time, they went for it on 4th down. It got stopped, and the opponent went right down the field. See if they can recover from that here. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29. The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Second down. We're going to throw it. Catch made on the out route. Tackle after he makes the first down as the seconds tick away here in the third quarter. And as we take a break to flip ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the current national rankings. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. And he'll set up to throw. Quick completion to the tight end. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49. And the Trojans will line up on 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down. The offense now operating in empty. And the QB will try again on 2nd and 10. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. An explosive play moves the ball all the way down near the 25-yard line. Handoff from the shotgun. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
Well, how about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground, and it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
Great move there. Brought down after a solid run by the senior. And the Trojans come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. Send the back in motion. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6. Offense in hurry-up mode. They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. Defense is coming after him. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Southern California. See if they can convert the point after. So a quarterback who can escape and score like that, what a boost for this offense.
Yeah, and quarterbacks like this who can scramble are so hard to defend because the defense is so caught up in coverage and defending the pass. By the time they realize what's happening, there's no chance of stopping him from scoring.
And looks like the hands team were able to recover the football. And the Washington offense heads back out on the field. The last possession was just old school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here.
Chris, good job here on this stop, but remember the ball is inbounds and the clock keeps moving here late in the game and you're trailing. As a defense, got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all three to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Well, head out of bounds after another big gain. They have chewed up this defense with the ground game today. Washington now operating in the red zone. That goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Makes the grab, a chance to score. Brought down, but the catch moves the ball all the way down to the 1.
Chris, it's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
And it's incomplete. What a chance for an interception there. Instead, brings up second down. Offense facing second and goal. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Urgency here in the fourth quarter. They must cut into this lead. It's third down and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Washington.
Well, that's why you practice right there, Chris. This offense had the pressure, the game on their back. They deliver, they get a touchdown, and now make this a two-possession game with under 2 to go. Like their odds of closing this game out.
He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And the USC offense is back out on the field. This has been a rough game for these guys. Not much left to do but play for pride. And he pulls in the catch. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Makes the catch downfield. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play. And the offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half. Looking to throw it from the red zone. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
Back to throw again. Caught near the sideline, but just a short gain. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Intercepted in the end zone. And he's got some open field ahead. That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Eventually they tackle him, but what a spin move to earn him the first down. The Huskies looking to use the up-tempo offense here. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Looking right, this one caught. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion. That completion makes it second and medium. It's a run to the left. Tackle made after a big gain. And the offense spends a timeout. The clock stopped with just 10 seconds left. Huskies hoping to punch it in here. They have first and goal.
Here we go.
To the air, it's Jadovsky. And that's incomplete. Just 8 seconds remaining now. Second down and goal upcoming. And the quarterback dropping back. Makes the catch. Can he get in? Touchdown, Huskies. And the route is on. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. It's a squib kick. It's going to be fielded by one of the up men. And the coverage team brings him down as time runs out. That'll do it. Game over. Well, frankly, Kirk, we hope for game.